In today's video, we're talking about the top 5 fastest cars you can buy for under $5,000. But these are not just any cars. These cars are also super reliable and capable of taking abuse like no other. And as a bonus, we're including a front-wheel drive sleeper at the end of the video that can accelerate to 60 in under 6 seconds. So stay tuned. The Ford Crown Victoria P71 Interceptor. Built from 1998 to 2011, the Crown Vic has proven its worth time and time again. While it isn't the fastest on paper, its 4.6-liter modular V8 is as tough as they come, with many people calling it the most reliable Ford of the modern era. Producing 250 horsepower and 297 pound-feet of torque, the Crown Vic manages to accelerate to 60 in 7.5 seconds and tops out at 129 miles per hour. Fuel consumption is quite bad, however, ranging between 15 and 23 miles per gallon. While it might not win any drag races, the P71 is built on a body-on-frame chassis with a solid rear axle, making it perfect for abuse, curbs, or even jumps. In fact, the Crown Vic's frame is so tough, it's often used in stunt driving schools and crash test labs. You can pick one up for well under $5,000, parts are everywhere, and the car itself is dirt cheap, as they're famously used by cops, taxi fleets, and demo derby drivers, which just goes to show how reliable and unkillable these Fords really are. Not bad for number 5, though the same can't be said about the next car on the list. The Infiniti G35 was built from 2003 to 2006 and was often called the 350Z's older brother. It features the VQ35DE engine, which is the same 3.5-liter V6 that the Nissan had, pushing out just under 300 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque. The G35 goes 0 to 60 in a little over 6 seconds, and the tops out at just under 150 miles per hour. But just like the Crown Vic, fuel efficiency isn't the best, averaging 17 to 25 miles per gallon. Fun fact, the G35 was actually one of the first affordable sedans to offer a 0 to 60 time under 6 seconds, with room for 5 people and a trunk. And while it is a quick and great-sounding car, it's not quite as reliable as the Ford. The VQ engines are known for burning oil as they age, and automatic transmissions can be sluggish to drive if not maintained properly. So try to find a manual G35 that is relatively well-maintained, and keep an eye out on the oil gauge at all times. With that being said, the Infiniti can still deliver amazing performance if you know what you're looking for. This next car might sound familiar, as we've already mentioned it in one of our other videos. The BMW E39 540i was produced from 1997 to 2003, and it still offers amazing value for under $5,000. As a matter of fact, the 540i was once considered the best sports sedan in the world. Though truth be told, it's not as reliable as the 530i that we mentioned in the BMW video, as it's powered by a 4.4-liter V8, pumping out 280 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 takes 5.8 seconds, and the top speed is limited to 155 miles per hour, all while fuel economy sits between 15 and 23 miles per gallon. It's fast, refined, and luxurious, no doubt about it, but it still isn't perfect. BMWs of this era are well known for their coolant leaks and overheating issues. So make sure to pay close attention to the temperature gauge as you're thrashing the throttle at high speeds. Despite its flaws, the E39 is still considered overbuilt for its time, and it still offers amazing value for under $5,000. And while the BMW might be faster than the next car on this list, it certainly isn't anywhere near as reliable. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, click on the shiny red subscribe button so we can make more content like this. The Mercedes-Benz W210 E430 was produced from 1998 to 2002 and offered a 4.3-liter V8, producing 275 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 takes just under 6 seconds, and the top speed is limited to 155 miles per hour. Fuel economy ranges from 17 to 25 miles to the gallon. But the main difference between the Mercedes and the BMW is the reliability and longevity of its engine. The E430 is more than capable of clocking over 300,000 miles with its stock engine and transmission, as long as you avoid models with air suspension. In fact, the engine was so reliable that military-grade armored vehicles decided to use the same 4.3-liter V8. The W210 manages to deliver a buttery smooth and soft ride while having more than enough power to put a smile on your face. Keep in mind, the E430 manages to do all of this while staying well within the $5,000 budget. And don't forget, at the end of the day, it's still a Mercedes. But even with all that being said, it still manages to fall short to the number 1 car on this list. The Lexus GS 400. These tanks were built from 1998 to 2005 and came with a legendary 4-liter 1UZFE V8. And if that sounds familiar, it's probably because it's the same engine that was used in the first-gen Lexus LS 400, capable of taking multiple gunshots at a time. The GS produces 300 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque, which is more than enough to hit 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds. The top speed is limited to 150 miles per hour, and fuel economy sits between 17 and 23 miles per gallon. Not the best, but then again, this video was never about fuel-efficient cars. The GS 400 is essentially a luxurious muscle car with Toyota reliability. The engine, transmission, and drivetrain are bulletproof, lasting well over 400,000 miles, all while being capable of taking abuse like no other car on this list. So if you're looking for a reliable, yet fast car for under $5,000, the Lexus GS 400 is a no-brainer. Before we move on to the bonus car, do you agree with this list, or do you think that there should be different cars included in it? Let us know what you think in the comments section down below, and we'll be sure to respond. Keep in mind, however, every single car we mentioned on this list are rear-wheel drive vehicles. This is because driving fast doesn't just mean going in a straight line. Corners and sharp turns are best conquered with rear-wheel drive cars, as they don't have a tendency of understeering and often keep a good racing line. But what if you don't care about corners? What if the only thing you care about is going fast in a straight line, regardless if the car is rear-wheel drive or front-wheel drive? In that case, say hello to the Acura TL Type S, made from 2004 to 2006. This front-wheel drive sleek sedan uses a 3.2-liter V6 engine, capable of pushing out 270 horsepower and 238 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 takes 5.8 seconds, which is faster than the Mercedes E430. The TL also has a top speed of 150 miles per hour, all while having better fuel consumption than the Mercedes. The Acura does 18 to 30 miles per gallon, making it the most fuel-efficient car on the list, though that comes at a cost. While the Type S is a refined, luxurious Honda in disguise with real performance credentials, it's still front-wheel drive, meaning it'll struggle to keep up with the rest of the cars, especially in sharp corners. Not to mention the transmission problems that the automatics often have. And while it isn't as reliable as the Crown Vic, it's still more reliable than the BMW on our list. So if your mind is set on the Acura, stick to a manual and take care of it as best as you can, as it's more than capable of clocking over 250,000 miles, all while delivering a smile to your face as you floor the gas pedal.